Welcome, Leo, to your weekly love reading for June 25th to July 1st of 2018. So let's look into your recent past energy. Recent past for Leo and love. Recent past for Leo. So I feel many of you may have had some issues where your partner or love interest, they were not really paying you any attention, and I feel like that did put a damper on your confidence in some way. So this is you trying to figure out whether or not they are still into you, whether or not they love you, why aren't they around me, is there something wrong with me, these kind of things come through. So I feel like there may have been some issues there, not really feeling all that secure. I'm having some doubt with whether or not you're going to win when it comes to how you and your romantic love interest connect in some way. So there could have been like a letdown, maybe last week, so, or the weekend, so recent past. So now let's see the theme for this week for Leo. Theme for this week. So I feel like many of you are working on your own creative expression. You're trying to feel good. You're trying to feel more like you own your right to attract the romantic partner that you want. So I feel like these are issues with like your sexual encounters, like having a good time with your romantic partner. Issues with that, afraid of attaching or getting attached to someone if you were to open up or to express to them in some way. I feel like this could be the wife. You could be dealing with the Taurus for some, or the fact that there's a wife or relationship partner that's no longer wanting to be with the connection. So there could be some issues there with that particular partnership. I feel for some, you could be dealing with a parental figure that may be kind of leaning on you in some way, and that could kind of have an effect in your love relationship, just for a few of you out there. But I feel like there are issues with either a wife or just a relationship that's not really connecting this week. So we'll look into why that may be coming through. So let's see the energy of person coming towards you, Leo. Energy of person coming towards Leo. Yeah, they are they're pushing away from you, so that's going to have you feel very angry and kind of hostile. And if you feel like they're not into you, then you kind of move on. It seems like you want to detach. Maybe you felt like you just dropped the ball in some way, or they're just not wanting you. So I feel like they're disconnecting right now. And for others of you, I feel like you might be trying to seek attention from others to see whether or not you still got it, or whether or not this is the right person for you. It's almost like trying to make sure that you are picking the right partner, because you don't want to get engaged with somebody that's kind of giving you, half-stepping or not giving your all in some ways. So you're trying to maybe keep your options open. So both of you are in doubt with one another right now. So they're reluctant to open up to you, and you're giving that energy right back to them. All right. So let's see the response. The response to that particular person. The response for Leo. Hold on. The response for Leo. Not sure what that card was. Response for Leo. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, and it's usually where you're staying to yourself. Sometimes you might still, if you have two different people that you're dealing with that you might be attracted to, you might stay with that kind of scenario. It could be an ex-partner, it could be someone new that you're dealing with, and it's kind of your back and forth of what to do. Others of you, this is staying home, not really interacting with people, just not really feeling motivated and feeling very unsure, uncertain in some way. So some of you just maybe staying to yourself, or still dealing with a third-party situation voluntarily, because you feel like if you just stay, maybe something will shift. But that's an issue though for some. All right, it's not an issue if you stay away from the crowd. That may be what you want to do. Now let's see the advice. What is the advice for Leo for the week, June 25th, July 1st? Yep, the Queen of Swords shows up, and this is an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And I feel like if your partner is kind of disrespecting you in some way and just trying to push you, throw you off, like flag you or whatever, it's like you have to have this energy of, okay, oh well, walk away from it. Try to give them give them what they want in a way. If they don't want to interact, if they don't want to communicate, whatever it might be, step away, do your own thing, and keep that decision, and not fall for that kind of, if you feel like you're being manipulated in some way, don't give into that, I feel. So that could be another person. You have the Empress and the Queen of Swords showing up, so two different people that you may be dealing with. But I feel if you are intertwined in any kind of third-party situation, put that to an end. Make sure that you're doing that. That's the advice here. And then the outcome for Leo. Ooh, we have a few cards. So I feel like, yeah, some of you having issues with moving on from a third-party relationship, you know, and a lot of you, it's distracting you from financial opportunity. It's having you, some of you are having issues with like moving forward because of traveling as well, I feel. It's like you may be in a marriage or relationship where you're just not speaking to your partner right now because somebody wants their space. Someone is wanting to kind of have fun, and others of you want to commit. And that could be the other way around as well, where you just want to have fun right now and your partner wants to commit. But I see this almost like something is not right. You know, it's a situation that you're dealing with, and I feel like a lot of you know, and it's like you have to push away and move away from it right now, so things can turn around. Don't accept something that you know that your love interest wouldn't accept either. So let's just do one more card for the outcome. One card for the outcome. King of Cups. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Now this could be a person that you're thinking about, that you might be around, that's on your mind in some way. But I feel like this is you trying to embrace compassion, sensitivity, trying to make sure that you just enjoy those that you might be around. The company of somebody, could be a friend, a romantic partner, whoever it might be, that you might be around that makes you feel good or just relax in some way. I feel like that's someone that you might gravitate towards. And even if it's the Queen of Swords showing up, that could be a person that you might want to communicate with at times to keep your mind off of certain things that are not quite healthy, I feel. So just relate that to your situation. Now let's clarify the Empress in reverse for Leo. You have a lot of cards that want to pop out, so clearly a lot of heavy energy this week. All right, clarify the Empress in reverse for Leo. Yeah, that particular person, you could even be in a battle or like being very competitive with your romantic partner. If you two are not on the same page, is just having issues with working things out. That's very tense, and I don't need to clarify anything else. I feel like that's very clear what's kind of going on for many of you out there. Let's see, messages for Leo for June 25th, July 1st. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Sometimes this could be, again, someone that's different, completely different, background, race, sexual preference, whatever it might be, the way they do things. You may not agree with it. That could keep you apart in some way. Let's see, messages for Leo and love for June 25th, July 1st. And flirt. It says extend your lighthearted energies to others. Now this is where you are detached. You might be single. You may be looking for someone to to get to know, and as you do that, you have fun, and maybe you just run into someone that you can kind of really experience a life with in the future. But I feel for some, this is where you detach a bit from your romantic partner because they want their space, and this tells you to have fun with other people, enjoy yourself with other people. It doesn't mean you need to flirt with somebody if you're in a relationship or marriage. That doesn't mean that. I feel like this is just having fun and enjoying yourself and being lighthearted and not being heavy-hearted, as what this kind of shows, because you can't really change a certain thing. So that's going to be your reading. I do hope that the messages did help out in some way. Tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes, and you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.